Hey, good morning, everybody. So I skipped doing a book haul in February because I didn't think I had that much. It wasn't necessarily worth it. However, I made up for that in March. So this is the book haul for both February and March. Think I've got enough on this list. I still hadn't kept track of my ebooks and audiobooks. However, I'm going to do that for next month, so we'll see how big this pile actually does get. But these are all the physical books I got over the last 2 months. Number one, in no particular order, The Martian Contingency. The Martian Contingency. I can speak English. By Mary Robinette Kowal. I believe it's Cowell. Could be Cole. Mary, I'm sorry if I missaid that. That one was sent to me by Tor, aka Macmillan, but Tor is usually the one that hooks me up. So, hey, I read a lot of sci-fi and fantasy, so I keep track of my I keep track of the related imprints. What can I say? That one's coming out. And what's the little snippet on this? Years after a meteorite strike obliterated Washington, D.C., triggering an extinction-level global warming event, Earth survivors have started an international effort to establish homes on space stations and the moon. The next step, Mars. Hence the name. Elma York, the lady astronaut, lands on the red planet. And by the way, lady astronaut is in caps, so I'm assuming that's a nickname. Optimistic about preparing for the first true wave of inhabitants, the mission objective is more than just building the infrastructure of a habitat. They are trying to preserve the many cultures and nuances of life on Earth without importing the hate. But from the moment she arrives, something is off. Disturbing signs hint at a hidden disaster during the first Mars expedition that never made it into the official transcript. As Elma and her crew try to investigate, they face a wall of silence and obfuscation. Their attempts to build a thriving Martian community grind to a halt, which you don't know can harm you, and if the truth doesn't come to light, the ripple effects could leave humanity stranded on a dying Earth. So got the date on this one. They sent me, okay, on sale March 18th. So yeah, they sent it to me, but it is out. I do appreciate that though. When I had John Scalzi on, he told me that I needed to read her, and then they sent me the book, so I'm not going to complain. I was going to get it anyhow. Another book that was sent to me from... it's Tor again. I know, surprise. So this one, Rose House, by Arcady Martine. That one was also another one that I was looking forward to. Thanks to my friends at Tor for sending this to me. Looks like the backside is just blurbs. What do we got on the corner here? Inside corner. I'm a piece of architecture detective. How should I know how humans are like to die? Actually, I think this one was on my most looked forward to list. I think I've already given you guys this description, but I'm going to do it again. All of Bassett Denian's houses were haunted. Rose House, his final architectural triumph, built in the remote Mojave Desert, was perhaps the most. A house embedded with an artificial intelligence is a common thing, but a house that is an artificial intelligence, infused in every crevice and corner with a thinking creature that is not human, that is something else altogether. That is Rose House. When Detective Maritza Smith gets a call from Rose House, she's shocked to learn that there's a dead body inside its sealed-up walls. Everyone in town knows it's haunted, but Bassett died more than a year ago, and everyone also knows that only his former protege, Dr. Celine Gissel, is permitted inside. But Celine wasn't in the country when Rose House called in the death. Who is the dead body? How did they get in? And who or what killed them? The answer lies within the labyrinthine halls of Rose House, but even if Maritza can get inside, there is no guarantee she will ever be able to leave. So, Tor, appreciate you guys. Always looking forward to that one. This one's a nice little thin one, so this one might be able to sneak into my TBR too, so it might get read soon. This one's a little less thin. So, I think my friends at Tor have figured out how to get me to buy more books, because they sent me James Rowland's A Dragon of Black Glass. This is book 3. I haven't read the first 2. However, I'm obviously going to have to buy them so I can get on this. Yeah, this one might take me a minute because I've got 2 books to read first, and this one's a little bit of a chonker. What do we got here? Okay, we're in the glossary, so it's shorter than this, but the glossary is around... This is... looks like 575 pages. I did a very good job of not actually reading anything to give anything away. And you know what? Because this is book 3, I'm actually not going to read the inside stuff to you guys because I don't want to give anything away for the first 2. But A Dragon of Black Glass, it's got dragons, it's James Rowlands. What more do you need to know? All right, what else we got? I was sitting there thinking, I don't remember buying this book, but that's because it was a gift. So it was on my list, and this book was picked up for me. I do appreciate that. This one is, well, first of all, it's pretty. Second of all, it is Pascal, I want to say Lascelles. Sorry, there's a sticker covering up the author's name. But the book is called Curious Tides. Yes, I put it. Anyhow, after a treacherous night at the Dovermere Sea Caves... Sorry, every once in a while if you're reading these and you don't read them ahead of time, you don't get the rhythm right. After a treacherous night at the Dovermore Sea Caves leaves her with a strange dark magic and survivor's guilt, lunar mage and prestigious Aldrin, guessing this is one of those, dark academia type books. Emery believes her secrets drowned with her classmates until their bodies start washing ashore. With the help of reclusive student Baz Brisden, Emery must seek the truth behind the drownings and the cult-like secret society she convinced her classmates were involved in before she's next. Actually goes a little bit longer there, but I think that gives you enough of a taste for it. Wanted to try out some dark academia. I'd put this on my wish list, and this was a gift. I do appreciate that. I know it's not quite up to par, but we are getting close to John Minton levels here, because I'm still going. This one I picked up. I think this is the first book. It's not really a series, but it's a collection. This one's a collection of short stories. This one, I believe, was a Kofi, K-O-F-I, thing I had to do. I know this next one in the group is going through Indiegogo. Actually, I'm going to put a link down in the description because I think it's getting towards the end and they haven't made funding, and I really would kind of like to see the next book. But this one, Of Shadows, Stars, and Sabers, this is being put out by a new publishing company that was put together by husband and wife team I read her name all the time. I swear I watched an interview with her and it's blanked on me how to pronounce her name. I want to say Jendaya, could be Jendia Gammon, and Gareth L. Powell. But I mean, I'm just not going to tell you anything about what's in the book. I'm just going to tell you who some of the authors are that have stories in here, and you're going to know why I picked it up. Adrian Tchaikovsky. Come on now. Ai Jing, Alice James, Anthony Johnston, Cynthia Paleo, D.K. Stone, David Quantick, Dennis Crosby, Eugene Bacon, Gemma Armour, Greg Van Eekhout? Apologies, I don't know all of these. Helen Glenn Jones, J.L. Ward, John Wiswell, Jonathan L. Howard, Kaylee Wallace, Casey Griffin, Con Wong, Laurel Hightower, Lisbeth Miles, Maya Duong, Paul Cornell, Pedro Inguez, Peter McLean, Ren Hutchings, Renan Bernardo, Sarah L. Miles, Stark Holborn, and T.L. Huchu. Apologies to everybody whose names I mispronounced, but again, this is put out by Stars and Sabers, and this is a new publishing company. They are doing an entire series of these anthologies, all with some of the best names in the business. I'm looking forward to all of them. So if you want to check it out, definitely they've got an Indiegogo going on right now that I would really like to see funded because I want that book. All right. Here's another one I actually paid for myself. I do that sometimes. I know you're going to be surprised this is on my list. And yes, I know I've been warned a little bit about the language in here already, since that's not one of my favorite things. But I need to see what I've been missing, because everybody that I've heard from loves this book. Mom, don't pick up this book. But this one, like I said, I just got to see what's going on. Yeah, Empire of the Vampire, Jade Kristoff. I don't think I even need to tell you what this book is about. Vampires. I mean, go figure. But yeah, not too chunky. It's not exactly a novella. Oh wow. That is thinner than the other book, and but has 746 pages. I have lied. It's chunky. I was not expecting that many pages based on the side, but we got some thin pages. Yeah, they're kind of see-through. Not horrible, but it is the paperback. But it is the trade paperback, so I'm hoping that the print is big enough for these eyes to still read. But again, I don't need to tell you anything about that one. Oh, what else we got? Tor again. Tor, I love you guys. I'm just saying. They sent me this one. This is one I think I reached out to them about because I wanted to give this one a check. The Tomb of Dragons by Catherine Addison. Okay, back is a bunch of blurbs. Let's go to the inside. While his title may be gone, his ever-present duties are not. Selahar, fantasy names, bear with me. Selahar, contends with the municipal cemetery with 50 years of secrets, the damage of a Revethar he's terrified to remember, and a group of miners who are more than willing to trade Selahar's life for a chance at what they feel they're owed. Selahar does not have to face these impossible tasks alone. Joining him are his mentor, Velhiro Tomasaran. That's what I'm going to run with. Still finding her footing with the investigative nature of their job. Iana Pelthenior, his beloved opera director friend and avid supporter. Honora Chavinar, his stalwart friend and fellow prelate of Euless. And the valiant guard captain, Hanu Olgares. I'm audiobook narrators, you have a tough job. That's all I'm saying. Amidst the backdrop of a murder and a brewing political uprising, Selahar must seek justice for those who cannot find it themselves under a tense political system. The repercussions of his quest are never as simple, they seem, and Selahar's own life and happiness hang in the balance. So, this one sounded pretty good. Wanted to check this out. Again, Tor, I love you guys. So some of you other guys may have to step it up. All right. This one you already know about. I'm not going to tell you too much about it. I already did both a book review for it and I interviewed the author. But it did come in during the month of February/March. So just a reminder, James J. Butcher's Cold Iron Tasks. Y'all know I love the Unorthodox Chronicles. Go pick it up. If you have any questions, check the. Yeah. Just check it. This one was actual arc that I got through a local bookstore. And they know I love my fantasy, so every once in a while they will let me read one of the arcs that comes in. So, author I've been wanting to check out forever. There's a whole bunch of names, a whole bunch of book titles that you would recognize by her, but I hadn't gotten to it yet. R.F. Kuang's Catabasis. That's what I'm running with. All right. So, Alice Law has only ever had one goal: to become one of the brightest minds in the field of magic, CK. She has sacrificed everything to make that a reality: her pride, her health, her love life, and most definitely her sanity. All to work with Professor Jacob Grimes at Cambridge, the greatest magician in the world. That is until he dies in a magical accident that could possibly be her fault. Grimes is now in hell, and she's going in after him, because his recommendation could hold her very future in his now incorporeal hands, and even death is not going to stop the pursuit of her dreams. All right. Not going to tell you the rest of this. I think that's enough to whet your appetite. And it's Actually, I said Kwang. It's Kwong. I can almost guarantee it's Kwong. I apologize. Sometimes I'm reading these things and it's like 8 in the morning. Run with me. I do apologize for that. But another arc, going to be checking that out. As soon as I finish up the current 4-book spiel I've got to get through for the interviews I'm doing in the next month, which is going to end with this book that also came in as an arc. This one is from Nightfire, which I think is also a Macmillan / Tor one. I get a lot from Tor, what can I say? Oh, I forgot to check on that. Catabasis was actually, it is Harper Voyager, but that one, like I said, I did get from the local bookstore. So this one, and we're doing an interview in the end of April. It will be recorded, not a live stream, but Nat Cassidy's coming back, and we're going to be discussing When the Wolf Comes Home. That book doesn't say on here when it's coming out, but this one is less than 300 pages, so that's going to be a nice little break in my reading. One night, Jess, a struggling actress, finds a 5-year-old runaway hiding in the bushes outside her apartment. After a violent, bloody encounter with the boy's father, she and the boy find themselves running for their lives. As they attempt to evade the boy's increasingly desperate father, horrifying incidents of butchery follow them. At first, Jess thinks she understands what they're up against, but she's about to learn that there's more to these surreal and grisly events than she could have ever imagined, and that when the wolf comes home, no one will be spared. So, this one I also know I told you about in my most anticipated books, my booking forward thing, but that is that big list. And then I've got one more book that I did purchase myself. I think this may be the last one in this box subscription. I've since canceled it just because I'm not getting to it. Nothing against them. I don't even know how great these ones are. That didn't sound right. I'm sure a lot of these are really good. I just haven't gotten to them, and I was spending money on books that is going to take me a long time to get around to, so I kind of cut bait on this one. We'll have to see how good they are and whether I regret my decision. Anyhow, so the latest Illumicrate book that I had not yet told you guys about, Capitana by Cassandra James. In fact, I had not even opened this yet, so I can't read the little snippet to you because they don't put that on the back. So let me see if there's a snippet on the inside without ruining the book. There we go. Okay, another one of these names. Zemina starts with an X. I'm just guessing. Riel has spent her life training to become one of the black-cloaked cazadores. Pretty sure I'm pronouncing that right. Seafaring hunters who capture the pirates pillaging the Luzon Empire. But although Zemina is the top candidate at La Academia, that will not be enough for a daughter of the notorious Riel's pirate. Reales? Probably could be Reales. I have a feeling this is Spanish, and I'm defaulting to English. My bad. Pirate captains who were executed for their crimes. So when Gasparilla, the most infamous pirate in Luz's history, attacks the capital, Zemina offers to catch him in exchange for being named a cazadora. It could be Italian too. I don't know. They're very close. The Empire accepts on one condition: she must compete for a cloak against Dante de Leon, the pompous and infuriating son of the High Minister. Knowing this is her chance to prove herself once and for all, Zemina must set on a dangerous quest across the archipelago. Now I can't even say the regular words right. To hunt Gasparilla. But no matter how far she sails, her family pirate's legacy continues to haunt her, and she soon has to question the very law she's always fought to uphold. Again, this is an Illumicrate edition, so it has got all the pretty. That's just how they roll. Oh my goodness. A map for the cover? Are you kidding me? Gotta be loving that. Man, I almost want to take the dust jacket off and just leave it like that. But, yeah, we will see. Definitely checking this one out. Vengeance belongs to those who wait. Does this map go all the way around? I'm just looking. Yep, more map on the back. And of course, being an Illumicrate, we got the pretty pictures in the inside as well. So, That is the last one. I'm going to put that back in the Illumicrate box so that when I'm done with it, it's still going to be all nice and pretty. That is everything I got in. Again, I did not include my audiobooks and ebooks because I did not track them. I will try to do better for that next month. In fact, if I include those, I can probably do I can probably do one of those every month because I swear I probably get like 10 advanced listening copies from Libra FM every month. We won't discuss the number of e-arcs I get. For instance, right now I am currently reading The Price of Power by author Michael Michelle. He graciously sent me the e-arc for that. After that, I am reading Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Soil by V.E. Schwab. Again, graciously sent to me by the author. Appreciate that. And both of those are going to be interviews I've got coming up as well. And of course, my last book, which I just finished, as you know, was The Devils. Also another e-arc that was sent to me. That one was sent to me by the publisher. And yeah, I've got a lot. I got a lot of books. I got a lot of books to read. Okay, so I apologize that I butchered a bunch of names and possibly quite a few words in that. It is early. But that's not my excuse because I could probably have butchered them if it was late too. Anyhow, hope you see something in there that you found exciting. If you have any questions about any of those books, let me know. If I know, I will tell you. If I don't know, I will know that I should probably get that a little higher on my TBR list so I can get a review out. Hope everybody has a good month, and I will catch you later.